So I noticed I was feeling something familiar when I was watching Big Hero 6, and I realized that Baymax reminds me of Studio Ghibli's Totoro. They're both very large, very huggable, very awkward, and very strong. It's like they're both kids still getting to know their bodies and having fun with how strong they can be. And I really like how the music kind of plays to that awkward sort of fun aspect of them. For example, with Totoro, we have these celeste bell-like instruments kind of evoking this feeling of an ancient sort of animal, which is what Totoro really is. And then on the other hand, with Baymax, we have kind of the same feel, yet with a more modern twist, more of a robotic sort of aspect to it. And something about these themes kind of really evoke that eccentricity of these characters, and I really like that. And this parallel might not be so much of a coincidence, because it turns out that the head of Walt Disney Animation, John Lasseter, happens to be also the head of Pixar Animation, and he also happens to be a huge fan of Hayao Miyazaki, the creator of Totoro and these other films which you probably have seen or heard of. And of course they put Totoro in Toy Story 3, cause why not, we're fans. In fact, he is such a big fan that this is what he said about Miyazaki in a recent ceremony.
In the history of animation, which dates back to the earliest years of film itself, there are two figures whose contributions to our art form place them above all others. The first is Walt Disney. The second is Hayao Miyazaki.
So I really do feel like Walt Disney Animation and Pixar Animation kind of have tapped into culturally that eccentricity that you get more from the Studio Ghibli films, because his movies can be more subtle, especially his characters, and you get these sort of weird oddballs that you just fall in love with. And those are the heroes that you really want to long for. So that's what stuck out to me in Big Hero 6 in terms of the music. Now in respect to the movie itself, I feel like they could have spent a little bit more time with Baymax before he got his armor, because I really feel that's where the movie was at its best. You know, him discovering the world and all the funny things that ensue from that. But regardless, it was a fun ride, and I'm really looking forward to the next Disney and Pixar movie. And let me know what you think, whether you agree or disagree in the comments below. And as always, thank you for checking out Soundtrack Reviews, and I'll see you next time.